Alright guys, this is my first video. I'm starting up a new channel here. Softail Sleazy, aka Jeffo. You know who I am. If you don't, it's a new channel. So recently, long story short, we got ripped off by Avalanche Harley. Don't ever do business with them. Bought a 2025 Street Bob. It's this guy right here. Very beautiful bike, right? Long story short, did me wrong on the finances, so I ended up buying 2023 Softail Standard from my High Harley here, also in Denver, Colorado. So much love to Connor and Joseph and the other Jeff. You guys did me good on this one. Bikes in general are pretty much obviously the same, right? They're both Softail Standard built. It's not Softail frames. The engines are a little bit different. There's a few other differences too. I just wanted to show you the differences in the bikes. The whole purpose of this channel, we're going to do a full-on. This is right now. This bike is basically still stock, right? The 2023. And over time, we're going to fix it up with some parts and get it going the way it needs to look, right? The way I want it to look. But before I give this other bike back, I just wanted to give you guys some comparisons for anyone else who's looking for comparisons. So this here's the 2025, right? It's a beautiful bike. It's got the 117 cubic engines. It's a wonderful bike. A lot of blacked out parts. It's got a lot of upgrades, right? It's got the modes, right? So we've got different rain mode and super sport mode, which is it's pretty cool, you know, the way it works and whatnot. That's sport, that's rain, that's regular. It's got some other cool features, you know. It's got the actual cruise control, and it's got some other features, TPM, tire pressure modules, and other things that the new bike doesn't, or the older bike doesn't have. But it's not worth the difference in payments and things like that. So bottom line was, out the door, this bike is supposed to be $17,000. I had to trade in from my other Harley. After looking at the paperwork, I would have paid $45,000 for this bike over the course of the contract. I had very good credit, and went to go refinance it, and they basically told me that the bike was already upside down in the loan, and I wouldn't be able to refinance it. Makes no sense. I've had it for about 5 months. I'm not going to pay $600 a month for the rest of this loan of this bike and end up paying $45,000 for it. It's a beautiful bike, but you ain't worth $45,000, right? This one here, the Softail Standard, you know, doesn't have any of the bells and whistles, but it's a very stripped down version, right? This bike actually has less miles than I put on this bike in 4 months, and it's 2 years old. So if you look at these, and I've already put Alright guys, I'm back. Softail Sleazy, still working with the name. I think I'll be alright with that, right? Last two Harleys of mine have both been Softails. Came from third generation bike riders, right? My grandpa, I think my mom jokes, my grandpa, her father, he rode Triumphs, but worked on Harleys. So my mom's first bike was a Harley as well. I've now owned 3 Harleys. I mean, I've been riding for at least 20 years or so, yeah, some give or take. But this is probably now my 4th or 5th bike, something like that. 3rd Harley though, only my 3rd Harley, you know. But you gotta start somewhere. But I do enjoy the Softail over everything else I've ridden. I mean, obviously the Road Kings, things like that, they have a different feel, and those are also really nice. But for the most part, I'm in the mountains, out the mountains. I live right at the base of the mountains. So, I mean, I do go on long rides as well through the canyon and things like that, but Softail just seems, it's perfect. Perfect for me, perfect if I want to bring my wife along for some rides, and it looks more classic in my opinion. Anyways, so what we're doing with this bike, right? I did notice, it's a 2023 and everything on it was brand new still. So the original owner didn't really ride it very much. It was under 2,000 miles. Very good deal. See the previous video if you like. I did notice though, like I've had it since Saturday. It's now Tuesday afternoon. So I rode it Saturday, from the dealer in the middle of the night, and then a little bit over the weekend, not much. Haven't took her out. But I did notice yesterday, it was having a hard time. I live in Colorado, right? So it gets cold. It's barely the first week of October, and we're talking under 50 degrees. So I'm sure I know there's other people out there that ride in much more colder weather. That's not the point of this conversation. That's just that it's having issues with the cold start, right? My old bike, the older Sporty that I had years ago, also had the same issue. And so back then I upgraded to a lithium battery. Doing some research and talking to the lovely people at Batteries Plus. The cold crank amps that are really recommended for bikes, especially Harleys here in the Colorado weather, is 300 and up. So I got myself a Duracell, right? 2-year warranty, 310 cold crank amps. Right, I got that from Batteries Plus. It was $150, something like that. Swap that out here. That'll help it. Like I said, it didn't have no issues starting when it was warm. It did have issues starting when it was cold, and plus it's 2 years old, so just thought getting a new bike, throwing new batteries, is always the best idea. I've also got the ordered some pegs, some back pegs for my wife, but also act as engine guards, right? They're going to be the stiff, hard-mounted ones. The 2025 comes preloaded with the foldable, standard pegs, whatever, but this one did not. It's standard, and it's just kind of stripped down. I did like the fact that although these are mounted here, we're going to actually use the lower mounts on the new bike, or sorry, the 2023. So instead of mounting them, which would have been an equivalent of right here, we're actually dropping it down here. So that should give my wife a little bit more leg room as well. So we'll see how she likes that. But they'll also come out, right? They stick out far enough, and they're stiff mounted if you haven't seen the crash bar style ones. So they act as pegs for the back rider, but they also stick out past the muffler. So if the bike tips over, we're not going to smash her leg, and we're not going to crush the mufflers. Eventually I'll put ones on the front as well. So those are the two things that we got going on today. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to get everything undone, and then we're going to show how easy it is to do it.